I've been away. I've been trying to get my photo studio going in my garage, so I've been busy. But back here today, and today I'm just going to wing it. I've been cutting pictures out of a magazine, so I have some beautiful little pictures. Look at this gorgeous. Somebody makes little animals and things out of leaves they collect and things like that. Look, here's a really cute little, whatever it is, chicken, turkey, not sure. But these come from Daphnes Diary. This is part of the cover that I've chopped up. It says Daphne, but it's called Daphnes Diary, and it's the most beautiful magazine you come across. It's an English lady, if you haven't heard of her. She puts out 8 magazines each year, I think, and she puts these beautiful pictures in there. So when you finish reading all the interesting articles, she puts all sorts of interesting articles, different people doing different sorts of crafty things and little stories and all sorts of bits and pieces she puts in there, and it's really interesting. And unfortunately, it's a bit expensive for me to buy all the time because in Australia here we get the magazines quite late, so they're usually out of date. The Christmas one comes in like January and stuff like that. But I've been very blessed. A friend of mine has given me some of her old ones that she had, so I can cut them up and use them in my junk journals. So I'm just cleaning up this mess here a little bit. Look, there's even recipes to make pizza with baby courgettes and apple and blackberry tart. So there's all sorts of things in this magazine, and it's really, really awesome. So if you like to read magazines still, getting a bit outdated these days, but if you do, I'd definitely recommend this one. It's amazing. But I thought I would just make some little notebooks. So I'm just winging it today. I have no real plan. I've just grabbed these pictures and grabbed some spare pieces of card I have hanging around to put together some little notebooks that I can put into junk journals, or even the notebooks to be able to use by themselves. And I want to use these pictures. So I was just looking, this picture's going to look really nice on this card. And I might actually just fold this one in half and make it like a card. Push that down. We can put this on the front, just like that. That would be nice and cool. Now I am going to use a glue stick on the major part of this, because this magazine paper is the most beautiful paper you felt. It just feels absolutely gorgeous. But I found if I use PVA glue all over it, it does still tend to warp quite a bit. So some of the pages have got some really thick decorative papers in them, and they're fine. You can put any glue you want on those, but this just the normal magazine page. It's got this really beautiful texture. It's just gorgeous paper. So I'm just using a glue stick in the middle and putting some PVA glue around the outside. Look, the little chicken there. I'm going to bury the little chicken. That's all right, he'll survive. We'll just put this on the front here. And look, just like that, you've made a beautiful card. Just press it all down. And you could use that as a card for somebody for their birthday or whatever. Please be kind to others. Probably not the best thing for an actual card for a birthday. But I don't know, I'm not even sure who you'd want to give that to. But I think that's a really cute saying to put a little notebook in here. So I've just gathered some pieces of paper that I have that I've been using for pages in a book. And I'm just going to cut them to size. So I want to cut it back there. I'm just going to put a little fold mark there. So I'm just winging it today. Just going to put something together quickly. Quick and easy. And the length was about this line here. Just put my thumb there so I kind of know which line it is. Keep an eye on it. There we go. Absolutely no planning, no accuracy, anything today, but we're still going to come out with some beautiful little products that we can use. We can give these as gifts on their own, or we can put them into junk journals, or you can use them yourself. This paper folds that way. So I'm going to grab my little pencil, put a little mark here. I just wanted to add a few more pages. Put a little mark down there. So all these pages fold from the top down. And when you've put your little notebooks together, you can attach them in many ways. So I'm just going to flip this over the top of this. My fingers, it's winter here in Australia, so it's been really cold. And I've had the heater going this morning in this room, but it's still getting a bit cool. And the heater's a bit noisy, so I don't want it running while I'm taping. So I want a few more pages than that. These doesn't matter. I might actually purposely make this a bit smaller than the other ones. Doesn't matter whether they're all the same size or not. Bit of what do you call it? Different sizing makes different textures. Just pull that around this way. There you go. So I've got some different sizes and different types of papers. That's probably enough pages for this one because it's just a little simple little card. You don't want it too thick, although could be thicker. Let's add some more. Let's do it. Let's add some more, shall we? Why not? So I'm going to make these ones even shorter. And I'm using my cutter to cut these just to make it nice and quick. Just shows you how quickly you can put together something really sweet to give to somebody. Just check that all these pages are going the right way. Fingers are not working because they're cold. There we go. Find the middle. Where's the middle? There's the middle. Put it over the top as well. Look at that. We've got more pages. You could ink the edge of your pages. That would make them really sweet. Sit them in here. And then I'm just going to staple them in. Because like I said, I want to make a few quick little notebooks. Hopefully, oh, that goes through. Yep, there we go. There we go, that goes through. Now when I've done staples, obviously you got the lumpy staple bit on the back. I like to just squish that. You can use something hard, the back of this knife. Usually I would use like a pair of pliers or something, but I don't know where they are at the moment. We're also putting up a new little shed in the backyard, so we've had to get everything out of the shed, so the backyard's a mess. Got stuff everywhere. Keep thinking one day I'll get my house organised, but it seems to be a bit of a slow process. I'm just going to cut. Oh, where's my scissors? There we go. Scissors. These Scotch titanium non-stick scissors. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love these scissors. I've had them for years now, and they're still cut as good as the day I got them. Every now and then I just clean a bit of gunk off them if I've been cutting too much stuff that's got sticky on it. But apart from that, they've been amazing scissors. Really love them. Put a bit of PVA glue on this little strip of paper. I'm just going to use this to cover up the staples, so you don't jam your fingers on them. Just gives you protection from the back of those staples. There you go. Have a lovely little notebook. You can make notes. Lots of little notes. You can just be a notebook. You can tuck it in a junk journal. You can tuck it in a scrapbooking layout and write little stories in there. And then you've got a beautiful little book for someone to be able to read later on. So let's do a different style, shall we? I'm going to use this strip under here and pick it up. This is cardboard, so this is quite heavy. I'm working in a mess today, and I'm thinking this can go in here, but this is actually going to be the back, but that's okay. So I want to make it a little bit longer and a bit longer again so I can fold it over. So let's cut it about there. See, highly accurate. I love it. When you can do this sort of thing, you can sit down and you can punch out quite a few bits of things you can use, things you can have for presents, all those sorts of things, and you can punch it all out in no time whatsoever. Now I'm just going to use my ruler. Where's my ruler? That's a good question. My ruler is usually always here. So I've got this little square, which is not really the best. I don't know where my ruler is. I'm just going to line this up on these squares. Oops. Is that straight? Oh no, it comes straight. Oh, it's not too bad. So what I want to do is just mark a line. Oops, I can put this down near the edge, so I can put this ruler off the edge. There we go, that's pretty straight. I'll leave a bit of a gap there, so put it about there on that line. It won't matter if it sticks up a little bit. Just going to use my bone folder. Put a line here. Now you can use your back of your scissors, you can use all sorts of things. I'm just putting a line there because this is quite thick card. Look, there's a ruler. Found a little ruler. That's okay. Let's put that one out of the way. It's just basically scoring a line there so that it folds in the right place. So what I've done is I have a little piece that tucks over, so I can put my little notebook in under here. Before I do that, we're going to glue this on the back here. Again, I'll use the glue stick for the majority. Not particularly a fan of glue sticks, but when you're using magazine pages, the glue stick's really good because it doesn't warp the thin pages anywhere near as much as the PVA. But I always put the PVA around the edge because I don't trust the glue stick's going to stick everywhere. I have no trust in the glue stick. But I have found, surprisingly, these ones seem to work pretty good. This one's from Officeworks, Scholar Glue Stick Vanishing Purple. No bad days. Let's just pop this on here. There we go. Just going to get a rag here. Some excess glue on there. Wipe that off. There we go. Rub that all over. Make sure it's stuck nice and good. There we go. Now we get some more papers together. I have some pink paper. Cut this to size. Now this one, oh, that's joined at the top as well. Oh look, it's the right length. We'll just cut it to about there. Put my lid on my glue, although in this cold weather it's probably not going to dry so fast, but still, I don't like dried glue. So we cut this one here. Nice piece of paper. What else do we have? Need some bigger pieces. What I might do is, what's I've got in here, most of this is smaller, not quite so big stuff, because I'm doing this bigger notebook. I have this fishy paper sitting here. Yeah, we could use that. We could use that, couldn't we? That'll be fine. I'll drop that about there. Where's my pencil? There it is. There we go. Some fishy paper. Might be a bit too long though, I think. That could work. Let's put that underneath. See how we go. There we go. That's fine. I'm just going to cut the back piece of that a little bit because it's sticking out and that's annoying me. Just need a little trim off. So, how's the weather where you guys are? Are you in the northern hemisphere in summer? You got nice weather. We've had some freezing days here. You know what? I'm going to put the fish on top because I like the fish. Let's have him on top. There we go. And then I've got this scrap piece of packaging brown paper. Excuse me, sorry. Talk irritates my throat for whatever reason. My throat has decided that it wants to keep getting irritated. Well, I can't seem to stop it. It's been going for ages now. That's the length we want. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fold this way at the right width. So I want that width there. And I'll fold it back on itself this way. And then this way. You'll sort of see what I'm going to do in a minute. Should work. Back this way. There we go. It's not going to go again, so we'll leave it there. Just tear off that bit. I've got the mark here. This should, hopefully this cutter will cut through this. Only 4 or 5 layers. Got a mark there. And a mark here for the length. And because I've got these folds on the sides, I'm just going to chop down the side and chop the little folds off. And the same on the other side. And then we will have, hopefully, we will have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Let's put those together. I'll see this cold weather, my fingers really are not working. Really not working. I'm just going to put them in the middle here. So a bit of variety. We have some brown paper, we have some pink paper, we have some fishy paper. And that can all go in the little notebook. That's probably enough pages. Now, when you want to put it together, you can sew it, you can staple it, you can sew it on a sewing machine. You have so many choices. That's just 3 of them. I'm sure you can work out more ways as well. I might do this with hand sewing. So I'm going to put a hole in the middle. Nice sharp holy maker. A hole on the edge out this way. Now if you've got what do you call it, like a soft, one of those hard foamy mats, you can put this down on there so that you don't get your finger and it doesn't squish the paper so much. So if I just put it on the edge of this mat, there we go, that's gone through, that's fine. That's all stuck together. I don't have a clip here, just hopefully that stays. Say stay. Let's just put this on top to keep it there. Needle with a nice decent hole, some wax thread. I might use my pink thread, and just going to peel off a bit. It's going to be way too much, but that's fine. You can always use the bits that you cut off on your thread. You can use them in your designs, whatever you want to. And again, these little booklets, apart from being able to use them in your own projects, great little presents to just pop together. You can sit down and you can make a few of them, and there you go, you've got ready-made presents. So I'm going to go down through the middle. This is on a new phone too, so I'm going to have to check and see how this has come out, because oh, look at that, right along the top of that picture. That was well done, wasn't it? I haven't used this phone before because I dropped my old phone and it broke. I won't give you all the details. Anyhow, I had to get a new phone, so here we go on my new phone, which is the same brand as my old phone, and we'll see how it works. See how well it works today. So when you're putting in, so it's gone to the outside hole and then over to the other outside hole. When you're putting your needle back through the middle hole, you want to try and make sure you don't put it through that thread. Otherwise, you can't tie your little knot at the end. And you want to be able to tie a knot to secure it, of course. So let's pull it up nice and tight. There we go. Now I'm going to do a double knot here, which is 2 knots on top of each other so it holds. I find this wax thread, which you think wax thread makes it slippery, which is really good for putting it through the holes. But once you tie it, it actually stays really well as well. Like, I thought maybe it would slip undone quite easily, but it doesn't. But I'm going to do a double bow. I'm just going to turn that around and put this bow into another knot, so it's a double bow. That's what we call it in Australia. I don't know if you've got a name for it or not. Then I will cut those threads about the same length as my big bow. So yeah, that's a bit of a big bow, but that's okay. A little decoration at the top. Put the bow part on top and the thread bit down the bottom. There you go. You could thread some beads on your thread. And there you go, another nice little notepad with a cute little picture on the back. No bad days. We don't want bad days. We want happy days. There we go. We've got a happy book for happy days. So that's number 2. And I will do a third one, but this one I'm going to do little. And let's do blue for a change, because I've been doing a lot of pink lately. This is a bright blue piece of card. Now, I picked up this card at let's do it 5 inches long. I don't think it cut straight because that moved. Just going to trim a little bit off. Make sure it's nice and straight. Other end straight. Yep, that's all good. Picked up this card on my little travels for the last couple of weeks. Lady was selling in a craft shop, selling boxes, bags of scrap cards. So I picked some up. Now use my bone folder. Make a little fold line here. Fold it over. These are a bit like little matchboxy sort of notebooks. Fold that over there. Pick up my scrap pieces of paper I've got hiding under here. And we've still got this paper, which I reckon I can trim to size, and we'll still have some pages for that. Top the bottom off first. Now, as you can see, I'm not intending these notebooks to be nice and neat. They're more the messy, different types of pages style of notebook. Oh, sticking to me. Get the right length. I want to trim a little bit more off of that. This is a Fiskars, I think it's a 9-inch cutter. It's been pretty good. It's pretty good for all this little stuff. And we'll trim this piece off. Just going to put a pencil mark there so I'm not guessing so much. Now, most of this paper is just scrap paper I have sitting around from pages that I've cut off. I'll make this one shorter on purpose. From pages that I've been used in journals, and these are the bits that are left over. So this is just using up lots of little scraps. I'm going to put this over here like this. I think I need to trim a little bit more off the bottom of that brown paper. Yeah, so just scrap piece of paper I've had left over from making pages in my junk journals. So now I can make little notebooks from scrap paper and not waste any of that paper. Now these 2 bits, these will sit on here like this. And that'll be thick enough, I think. There we go. Lots of little pages. For speed, I'm just going to staple this. I'll staple it closer to the top. There we go. Make sure that lays nice and flat. There we go. Staple that to the top there. I'm going to use this ruler this is a metal ruler to flatten the staples. I always, well, when I remember, flatten the backs of the staples, because I think that just makes it nice and secure. Now that's not really going to do the job. I want a picture to put on the back here. Just a little picture I made. Anything bluish. Most of this stuff I've cut out of this magazine's yellow. Cup of tea? Cup of tea? No, too wide. What about this mushroom? Mushroom? Oh, there you go, look. Mushroom fits. And hides the staples. If I position it just right. Hides most of the staples. No. Decide no. Linda's tomato paste. That's a bit, don't really want tomato paste on there, do we? What else do we have? A jumper? No. Got some bits in here. What's in here? Some book page? No. What picture do we want? Oh, I know. The rooster Trookie thing. He would look quite cute on here, wouldn't he? Trookie rooster thing. Got a flat bit down the bottom. Need to trim him up a bit more because he's a bit too wide. So let's just trim him. And I'm just cutting him rough. And I'm doing that on purpose. If I cut him rough, I don't have to be accurate. And still looks nice. Well, I think it looks nice. So he's not going to cover up both staples. So there were some words lying around in here somewhere. What do we got here? On that one. Oh, these fingers are terrible. Oh, here's the number 1. You could sit the number 1 there. Not too sure about that one. Or we just sit a piece of this across here. Let's do that. Just a piece of decorative stuff. Put him. I use PVA on this. This is thicker. This is thicker card. This is actually from the binding of the magazine. Such pretty colours. This was an autumn one, so it's got all the autumn oranges and yellows and that throughout the book. Hence the pumpkin and orange pieces. Pine cone. That'll be fine. Put some glue stick on the chook rooster bird, whatever he is. So you can go out and collect pine cones, leaves, all those sorts of things, twigs, and then make creatures like this lady's done. I might have to organise to do that with my grandies one day. Put a bit of PVA glue around the outside, make sure it stays stuck. There we go. And put that over where the glue is. I want to put him sort of up that way a bit. I want to keep his bottom edge straight there. Press him down. Get that rag I was using earlier. Press him down all the way around. There we go. Nice and strong. He's chopped down now. I wish I knew where those words were. They were all just here. They'll be buried under this stuff now. Only little. No, can't find them. Have to go without. I do have a little mushroom here. Put a little mushroom on as well. Yeah, he looks kind of cute, doesn't he? Let's put the mushroom on as well. So we could see the blue represents the sky. And the mushroom is on the ground. And I don't know where I'm going with that because that just sounds silly, doesn't it? Put the lid on the glue. All over the shop today. Squeeze the mushroom down. There you go. How cute is that? How cute is that? There we go. And then you've got a cute little notebook. You can, again, put in your junk journal wherever you want to put him. Put something across the top here because that looks a bit yuck, doesn't it? Let's put this piece, again, out of the magazine. So these are just like all little pieces that I've cut out of a magazine. Just bits of the pictures. And you can cut them down. Use them for decoration. Need to cut a little strip off the side. Let's just work it this way. Should be enough. You can use them for decoration. There you go. So 3 notebooks made from scraps and bits and pieces from a magazine. Just like that. Easy peasy. And you have beautiful little notebooks that are very usable. Shopping lists, thoughts for the day, little story to add to a journal or a scrapbook. Whatever you want to put on there. Just wipe my fingers. Oh, there you go. Look, here's one of those words I was looking for. Trips. You put ideas of trips. Don't want to put that one on there at the moment. That's the trips one. There you go. I'm just gonna, oh look, there's another one. DIY. Put DIY on there. Whatever you wish. So there we go. 3 cute little notebooks. Done differently. One sewn together. Lots of pages. Pretty picture on the back. You just tuck it in a pocket in a junk journal. Little notebook stapled together. Good for shopping lists. Or put a little story on it. Put it in your junk journal. Put it in a scrapbooking page. One that's done like a card. So some scrap card that's been laying around. Make it into a notebook. And not only can you write on here, you can write on here as well. Or you could write a little message to someone and give it to them as a present. So there you go. 3 notebooks done. Just like that. So hope you liked my video. Please like and subscribe if you wish. If you want to see more videos, let me know. Thank you and goodbye.